Talk about an absolute bombshell. So the person calling in fake reports to the Popo and the feds, they have one heck of a sordid history. When I say that, I'm talking about orders filed by their own mother asking that they keep them away from them. Why? Because this person, apparently they were homeless. They came over. They kept them 3 days against their will. The Popo had to show up, had to have that person removed. This is also a person that ended up going government witness in the past. Why? They made a plea deal. You can see that listed right here. This stuff, it sounds crazy, but it's here, court documents, so it's undeniable. That plea deal had him testifying against somebody that he was connected to for schemes that, well, I mean, those schemes he had intimate knowledge of. How exactly do you have intimate knowledge of that? I wonder indeed. Now, what makes this even crazier is that by this person's own admission, so these are their words, you can see them, they are bragging about what they're doing, trying to send police to my home and on. Well, they're saying that AH gives them head pats for all of this. Yeah, the fans, they don't really know me, but AH does. In fact, he's been promising the worst of the worst behind the scenes, that he will put them directly in contact with AH. There's a recording of that. You and I, we're going to discuss all of this stuff today. Oh man, crazy times, huh? Crazy, crazy times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And me, I got really curious the other day, wanting to know exactly who the person was that was phoning in fake reports to the Popo and also the feds. I did videos on both of those if you want to check them out, including this recording here. But I wanted to know who they were because, well, who you are can cause you a lot of problems doing this. And what I found was that this person, they have an extensive history of doing things just like this. In fact, their claim to fame, they made national headlines, was when this person, they call in California, they say that they were hired by a prominent political figure to intimidate someone else. And then they say, well, I need money. I have this GoFundMe here. Why? Because after I came forward, my wife and I have spent $200,000. We're traveling. I've been through 6 states last year due to threats, extortion, and having to stay off the grid. We don't care about the money, though, we spent, nor do we care if we recover a dime. Nope. We just need some money to cover our expenses. Again, this is their MO. Now, outside of that, I also wanted to know what type of person that we're dealing with. I wanted to know if we're talking about a felon, for example, or an ex-felon, because that, it carries a lot more weight with the Popo. Sure enough, this person, they have a very, very sordid past, and props to Mario Nitrini, the person that they can't stand, by the way, because, well, he helped with a lot of this stuff too. But look at this right here. This is a report from his own mother. That's right, his own mother. Now this begins, it says, on January 2nd through January the 5th. So we're talking about a 3-day event with the granddaughter of the person. They're there. So you have a witness. So you have this guy. He arrives at the home of the mom, telling the mom that he has nowhere to go. He was high, and he refuses to leave. Apparently this was quite ordinary too. He brought drugs into her home, was doing drugs in her apartment. He took full control of her home, demanded money from her, and he kept her up, it says, mentally tormenting her for 3 days. Again, that's his own mother. Now, according to the people that were around, this results in hospitalization. That's right, hospitalizing your own mother. Why? Well, quote, she is now hospitalized due to the severe psychological and emotional abuse he put her through. Again, you're talking about a 3-day ordeal. Interesting, isn't it? You have AH claiming 3-day ordeals. That stuff, it doesn't turn out to be real. But the people in her corner, oh, it looks like maybe they were responsible for 3-day ordeals themselves. During that, he supposedly held her up in her apartment, not allowing her to sleep. She has weak heart, she has diabetes, she's supposed to be using an oxygen machine. So the way that I take that is he's not allowing her, of course, to sleep. So no oxygen machine. Medication, I'm taking she can't do that as well. Weak heart, yeah, if you keep somebody locked up, you won't allow them to sleep, that's going to cause real problems. Now, according to the person filling this out, this is something that happens quite normally. He has done this, kind of coming over again and again. He demands that his mother let him stay with her because he has nowhere to go. He begs her, and when she finally says, okay, you can come over, because he'll threaten to end himself if she doesn't end up helping him, what he does is he takes all of her finances. So that limited income that you see with the elderly, yeah, this person not only takes control of their life, takes control of their home, but takes away all of their money, according to this. Now, they ask for a stay-away order attached to this. And remember, these are the same people that tell you to listen and believe when AH files records. Why? Because you got to believe all. Unless, of course, all includes their own mother. Then there's an excuse for this. But you have the family themselves saying that they want him to, quote, stay away from the elder or dependent adult, so stay away from mom. Also, stay away from the home of the elder or dependent adult. Also, stay away from their church, stay away from any social functions they attend, as well as when they visit family or friends. So family, they don't want this person around, and they don't even want him visiting the hospital. Why? Because they're saying that he put his own mother there. Now, that's just the tip of the proverbial iceberg, too. I mean, there's so many other things out there. All you got to do is search this person's name. You're going to run across a lot. You have this, for example, where they went government witness. Now, remember, they have intimate knowledge of this stuff. They end up making a plea deal. And why? Well, because the person here being tried, they have a trial coming up for wire fraud, bankruptcy fraud, benefit plan fraud, and money laundering. The guy here, the guy making these false calls, he makes a plea agreement which reflects that he's going to provide the government with information indicating that this person had participated in a bankruptcy fraud scheme and in a scheme to commit pension fraud by submitting false documents in an effort to get the pension plan provider to provide that person with the funds in the pension plan. I mean, he testified against another person, I'll bring this up in a live stream, that ended a woman's life. He knew their MO, how they put things together. That was one of his friends as well. And there's a lot more. Like I was saying too, this guy is saying that he gets head pats from AH. Oh, she loves me for what I'm doing. I've been calling in the popo. That's what he's saying here. I just learned who that umbrella guy was tonight. The very day I heard of him, I started calling in false reports, started trying to flag his channel down and more. Yeah, that's not good. Targeting a business with you and your co-conspirators, that's not smart. It is definitely against Tennessee law. And there's a recording. You can listen to Mario Nutrini. It's on his timeline, so check that out on Twitter. But this guy is telling his co-conspirators, the people that are putting up these recordings, he tried to give them deniability, but obviously they are involved. But he's telling them, hey, I'm going to put you in contact with AA. She'll love you for what you're doing here. Yeah, again, there's a lot more to this too, but it gives you an idea of the people we're dealing with here. Whew, man, what a mess. But anyway, let me know what you think about this, and as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help out the channel, by the way? Links in the description. But you being here, that is the biggest help of all. Thank you. Appreciate you. Ending here. See you soon.